Well, head coach Andrew Brunette and GM Barry Trotz had their first games back at Bridgestone Arena in gold after, well, some time away. But led by Yuzi Saros and his 23 save shutout, the Seattle Kraken came into Bridgestone boasting a pretty potent offense and walked out with absolutely nothing on the scoreboard. And while they did get goals from Colton Sissons, Gustav Nyquist, and an empty netter from Juuso Parssinen, there was one big story that I noticed over these first two games that has nothing to do with those guys. And, even the forward group of Forsberg, Parson, and O'Reilly, who, again, were incredible tonight. But the bigger story is going to be two players that have been under the surface. You probably haven't noticed too much of them, but they have led this team on the ice and have been dominant in their play. And they are going to be the topic of tonight's one big stat. Tonight's stat is 11. That's the number of blocks the pair of Alex Carrier and Ryan McDonagh have had in their first two games, where they've logged over 25 minutes of ice time together at 5-on-5. Now, I brought up blocks because obviously if you watched this game, you saw the three critical blocks that Ryan McDonagh had on the penalty kill late in the game that kept Seattle from scoring and tying the game up. I mean, the man put his body literally on the line, throwing his body in front of pucks, and kept Nashville safely with the lead. And while blocks are pretty important, the duo has excelled at pretty much every other aspect of the game so far. Neither has picked up a single penalty in those 25 minutes together. The Predators have had 9 high danger shots, as opposed to opponents with just 4 while those two were on the ice, and they outdid both Seattle and Tampa together on shot attempts. Shot attempts 29-24, shots on goal 19-10, and expected goals 2.2 to 0.9. And, of course, if you're looking for the stats that really matter, well, they haven't given up a goal while they're on the ice at 5-on-5 either, while the Preds were able to get one with the duo there as well. Now, Alex Carrier has come a long way from his days stuck on the Milwaukee Admirals roster, and the arrival of Ryan McDonagh last season was a pleasant surprise for sure, but not many expected the two to play so well together or together at all. But after just 2 games under head coach Andrew Brunette, the duo looks like a legitimate NHL defensive pair, and the unlikely defense partners look, well, pretty likely to keep it up as the season progresses. And that's tonight's one big stat. Charlie?